Chapter 2, Mary, quite contrary. Left, left, both feet, right, left. Mary perfectly places her steps in boxes, not noticing the blood that drips from her nose. I picked up the jack and turned on one foot. I'm like, why did they hit me? What did I say to them? I tried to play it off and toss the jack. I could taste it before it ruined my brand new shirt and all over the chalk drawing of my dinosaur. It's red. Where did it come from? Mary recites verbatim under her breath from one of the first diary entries that she had scribbled down hard enough to rip apart her parents' Con Edison bill and snap the pencil. She sat Indian style with her knees up on the linoleum of the kitchen. The sun was setting, and dinner was over. The room was dark except for the nightlight and the glow from the evening news her parents watched in the living room. Still crying and burning in frustration from the day's events, she couldn't comprehend her feelings. Hot tears fell, mixing with the red, making a lovely pink. Mary sang the first line of her favorite lullaby. Her mother told her to think of it when she was in trouble. It didn't make sense, much too confusing. One minute, Mary's friends were hugging, laughing, and playing, and out of nowhere, Kelly shoved her nose hard, and then her circle rained vengeance. What did I do to make them so mad at me? She finished with a broken pencil. I would sing to myself anytime I was in trouble or scared. I hummed it. It hurt. I want to scream. Mary is lying. The doctor knew she was still hanging with her boys. She could see them looking back at her in her eyes as she sat there fidgeting. They are her family, and only a few days ago they stood in front of the closed-down Nov. No, I'm not, she answers like a bratty schoolgirl. What do you want then? Mary stumped hums her lullaby. That's how Mary got by. She would escape the halfway house and start over, get caught with Janice, and have the hard labor of cleaning that came with it. All of it hit her at a rapid pace to finish the hour. All these awful things gave her a laugh. She will always be unique. She longs to feel she belongs. They are her family when blood would not give her water, their family of friends. Mary hesitates, shuddering through the Inquisition. Tom even went over it, however, she went blank. 20 minutes before waiting next in line, Mary hummed again, quiet, missing the boys' festivities the night before. Someone who walked by tried to place it, and others looked in her direction, wondering if she was one of those cuckoo birds that frequent this stone box. Mary, quite contrary. Sit up straight, Tom said. She thinks of her, another mother at Bedford Park, where a sprinkler system was a big hit on the smoldering days of concrete fire on your bare feet, and the biddies totting their kids for playdates to catch up on their banal existence. Mary first heard the phrase ugly duckling, barely able to walk by her mom's good friend Carol, who fussed about one Halloween outfit. Mary went as a pirate. She was perfect as a little boy, which stuck, unable to shake it even at that young age. Her little beauty Todd, the psychopath, always hurt the other kids in her as they fooled in the sandbox, starting to gradually look up girls' skirts, then his hand soon followed. He brought so much concern the cops knocked on their door, neighbors frowned, and that horrid hag had to pack everything and flee upstate. Thanks, Carol, you fucking bitch, she mutters to herself. Only if she never slept that night at the Novelty Candy Store. Too scared to move, not knowing what to do, she sang herself to sleep with the nighttime song to make it go away. Nowhere to run, the body lay there under the register. In some ways, that night broke them. We all feel that time is the best time ever in this 5-year sweet spot. And they haven't grown, not an inch. It makes her happy. They made her happy. She flipped through but couldn't bother to read the articles. Her diary is all she thinks about, and Tom's teachings. The beautiful dreamer, thinking about that time, legs crossed at the end of 3 chairs, monitoring the psychos mulling about, bothered to have their card punched. An unbearable, uncomfortable situation. They checked her out, their Howlin' Wolf cartoon eyes panting. Sit up straight as appointments come and go along the corridor, the middle of the traffic jam known as the administration floor. It is a mess. Monday is always the worst. The doc says it's okay, you will not stop breathing, I promise. As Mary watches the doc's lips move, she thinks about how much she missed not giving a fuck, honestly, so she jokes as if the doctor spoke her thoughts. I wish I could just go back and just not know any better. This is fun, this could work for her. She pulled on her trimmed 9-to-9 stripped cotton button-down to tuck the creases out that Tom insisted she wear. The tag is still attached. She rolled up her sleeves nice and tight, up to her elbow on the way there. Starting to get warmer outside, showing the beginnings of summertime, and slip-on black sandals that arched her heels, soft and comfy. There is no need to be more uncomfortable in this bitter pickle. Still, after her release, the game returned to put Mary in a headlock. and it had to be over 6 months or longer since they sat across eye to eye. A certified letter found her. Mary, quite contrary, soothed her after a severe panic attack, palpitating, gasping for air, sitting on the kitchen sink. And by the time the dust had settled, she was calming down with her favorite mint ice cream. Her mom would tease her that it was written just for her and always had a tissue handy. "Dear Diary, Mom sang it to me again, so I will never forget it. She told me to sing it every time I was scared, was in trouble, and didn't know what to do. They call me Bloody Mary to add to the others. They told me so I would never forget. For as long as I can remember, I am their punching bag. I have been a target since first grade. Every day, the three things were jumping, beating, or picking a fight with me. I am fat and haven't had my period yet because I am weird and have small boobs and no butt. The kids that I thought were my friends told me so." Mary was called a daydreamer in school by Ms. Glover. She stared into space, planning her future, the future she always dreamt about. And then reality cracks you square in the face. She missed her, a good egg, that Ms. Glover and her Jerry curls and stern demeanor. It meant the world when she smiled and was super funny, because she smiled big, calling out to her when she strayed, looking up at the sky. "You are a dreamer," she said. That made Mary happy. She had a great aura, someone told her once. People could be attracted to her, but she was too awkward in her body, and how she looked at herself in the mirror even though she made the needle stop, that she could not fathom. It was all too confusing for her. "I refused to go to school. They would have to drag me there." Months later, harassed to a boil, she grew a pair, sending one to the nurse's office. As Janice puts it, "You a big girl now." The anxiety and bullying drove Mary so severely that she would fall in with the wrong crowd. After that time, the girls wouldn't dare jump her anymore. "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel," Mary remembered, staring at the framed quote by Maya Angelou in the waiting room. She might have read it initially but mashed it into a word jumble. Sitting alone, even though other patients filed in and out like an army of ants. Start the rhyme again. Mary heard about the night before, miffed that she couldn't play with the boys, one no-show to Polly's fiesta. "Slow your heart rate, you are dope and you know it." Claps your hands, Mary laughs. Her hands lay properly on her lap to remain sane. She and Tom went over the plan of attack and the tricks of the trade he studied at the prestigious Strasbourg Theatre and Film Institute, and this is the technique to get in a specific frame of mind. He wouldn't shut the fuck up about it, though she'll say right out, an outstanding learner. Breathe. He dolled her up. She straightens out her black skirt. Tom wanted a floral print, but she knew it would be too loud for this place. Stare at the floor to get you back focused or look ahead at the blank wall. Twiddling her thumbs helped. It's been a couple of years now that they have known each other, so Dr. Elizabeth Emerson Pace, the mental health counselor, got right to the point. Mary had to meet the requirements or probation would be notified. This is step 1. She needs to duck and weave through her probation officer, Alan, a toughie with no quarrels to put bars in front of your face. Now the doc's turn to take her licks, as the bad mothers would whisper to her. Stick and move. Her brother taught her how to hit back at the taunting at school. Never back down. Never let them see you cry. She prays for an early release from probation fast. She must make sure to have her card signed before probation next week, the 1st of the month. Stay out of jail, my dear. Mary blurts out, "Do you need to reschedule?" "Oh no, you are not going anywhere unless you want to leave in cuffs." The doc flies around her room. "So busy today, so much I'm being hit with." Big breath. "So let's make this painless, okay?" "Yes, ma'am." "I left numerous messages with the public defender," the doc says. "We might be alone on this one. The PD did some butcher job on your case. If it happened to be tried again, you'd most certainly walk." Her original Long Island accent seeped out with certain biting words. "I've seen tons of cases like yours get lost in the system. But we are where we are, so let's get you back on track, the wind at your back." I like to say, no need to stress the obvious. Mary notices that she still has that hideous clock on the wall high. She tried the Jedi mind trick to make the hands move quicker. "It's so wonderful to see you." "It is. I wondered what happened to you." The doc blows the dust off her file. A nice pun to break up the deafening silence. Any trouble come your way. And we're off, a quick left to right from Mary and a soft-spoken nope. You have to take control of your own and rid yourself of all the negative people and energy that may surround you. Mary pictured those 8 years earlier, beginning to write that very first diary entry, putting her to sleep at night. Sissy Mary, ringing in her head, hurt and invisible. I cried in the kitchen, not wanting to go to bed to have to go through it again. I know, Mama always says, sticks and stones could break your bones, but names will never hurt you. I'm constantly picked on, I can't take it. Harassed for my looks. My friends who I thought were my friends screamed at me all hateful words at me. Comments I am not allowed to repeat. Those fucks threatened if I looked the wrong way. They followed me home again, my friends. I am ridiculed for every step I took to start with me and pick a fight with me. I hated it when I had to stop at a red light. I pushed the butt. Hurry up, please, followed by both boys and girls I know. They say they're my friends. I didn't understand I was hurt by the kids. I learned the most more than I didn't. They would throw things at me, maybe pebbles, maybe the trees, tiny berries. They want me to eat them since they were poisoned. They played a game trying to get it stuck in my hair. Another spitball caught in my hair. I hated my hair. I had to pick them out all night. She sang with silver bells and cockle shells after every kick. Face to face, they sat on the round table closer to the back. The doctor had a different setup this time. She seemed taller in some ways, slimmer. Money does the body well, she snickers as the doctor rereads each line. Nice bangs, she has a new do. The shortcut works for her. Lighter, not as dark as the others. A little longer than shoulder length. The shag falls into careless layers. Mary couldn't remember for the life of her what they called it. It's right at the end of her tongue. Every girl walking the streets rocks that look. It works for her beautifully, good for her. Dear Diary, today was no different. I hurried to my last class as fast as possible, but I was caught turning the wrong way, caught in their web. My friends were picking on me again. Picking on is a polite way to say beat down. The ranks came out of their mouth. They pulled my hair and the kids wouldn't stop. I said their names and it just got worse. They wouldn't stop. The cowards all look away. How am I different from them? Am I that ugly? Am I that dumb? Why, as they laugh out loud, no one came to help me. The last time came roaring back to her. Mary played along, yesing her to death, nodding away as each minute passed. Whatever you say is the way out. This time is different. She had to receive a shiny, bald guy for this one. I could not wish the problems away this time. Mary chuckles, you forgot me. I didn't forget you, Mary, I had children. Do you resent me? Goddamn city bureaucrats lost in their system. A kid. It never ceases to amaze me what this can do to anyone. You could have helped me out. Come on, Mary, can we be frank? She removes her eyeglasses. You know what's going on, you want to shove it away in the back of the underwear drawer. I know this charade. Mary first met Dr. Elizabeth Bate Emerson before the pace. She was that geeky college type, disheveled, rolled out of bed, plaid, plain, and dour cartoon look. Now a more mature, glorious face, better shoes, nice outfits, and hair. Mary liked her hair, contacts, and no more glasses. Hygiene falls to the waist side with your head in the books. The doctor remembered the endless hours and all the phone calls she made on her behalf. Why is this child here? Will she be charged as an adult if he doesn't regain consciousness? The doctor knew the stakes. Mary's saving grace. Dear Diary, when I finish the end, I will fight back. The bullies teased and wouldn't let me go until a tear fell down my cheek. I tried hard not to give them satisfaction, but it hurt. It was not their punishment because of who I am, but because I have known them for so long, since kindergarten it broke. I am so confused. I just turned 10 and thought it would end. That boy screaming at me gave me a kiss on the cheek. He asked if he could touch my boob just the other day. Why did they bother me? What did I do to them? I close my eyes and hope it will end. I felt like an ugly duckling. I wish they would tell me why they hate me. I'm alone. I wish I could just fly away.